um, the, at least once in at least once in your life. You have to take this one class for your major or towards your gen eds, but it's not available when you want to take it. So you have two options here, online or the next semester. Let's pretend you're still trying to decide so that I can convince you to take it next semester rather than taking them online. I believe that in-person classes are better than online classes because in-person classes, they're better for retaining information. They're more customizable, and also they provide a sense of urgency that online classes don't have. Think about this for a second. Everyone here is only here because we're doing this class in person. There hasn't been a lot of hard research done about online classes, but I found some history on it. The internet is a fairly new concept in relation to learning, school, etc. Next slide, please. But in the 19th century, the University of London was the first school to offer what they called distance learning. So they sent out syllabi and reading lists to whoever signed up for those classes, and they also sent out exams periodically, and that was a way to do distance learning. When TVs became popular, they were also done through TVs as well. That source is from Quad Magazine. So in this context, online classes are those that have zero contact between the instructor and the student. So in-person classes make it easier to retain information because they require active listening and discussion. In-person classes, you'll be taking notes, asking questions, talking to your sitting partner about whatever's going on, and collaboration helps people to retain information because when you're in this in-person situation, it's not just like a single stream of the material that comes, but it's rather a web of people sharing whatever they think about it. So it is believed that teaching somebody helps you to remember whatever you've learned. This teaching is not always so formal. It can just be a discussion between you and somebody. A study in 2018 by Applied Cognitive Psychology proved this theory by bringing in a group of people to study this new topic. They had no idea what it was. So they were split into two groups. The first group just, read, solved the equations all on their own. But the second group taught a mock class as a part of their preparation for the exam. So when the exam came, the teaching group did way better than the non-teaching group. In-person classes also next slide please, also foster a sense of community. So for a brief moment, when you're sitting in a lecture or something of that sort, you're surrounded by people in the same shoes as you. Your teachers may be able to, have the time to cater whatever they're teaching to the group that they have at a point. So in a New York Times article from 2012, Mark Emerson talks about how he believes that teaching should be a dialogue and not a monologue. Online classes, you don't have a choice but to have a monologue, because all you get is syllabus, the reading list, the textbook, assignments, and then maybe a discussion board that you post to for grades. So that fails at the whole sense of community, because there is no connection between the instructors and the students. Next slide please. In-person classes provide this sense of urgency that is not available with an online class. Online classes, they're more flexible, so they're very ideal for people who are, for example, parents or adults who are in the working force. Flexible schedules like these require self-discipline, which a lot of young people may not still have yet. The instructors also take advantage of this flexibility. They might choose to go on vacation over the summer while they're teaching you about like geography or something. Next slide please. So you don't have the opportunity to ask them like a quick question or something of the sort. So you're just kind of stuck with this email that they might answer in a few hours, maybe days, if you're not lucky. The flexibility of online classes are also good for people who might be in, like, say, the military, or people with disabilities. Could you skip 2 slides, please? With disabilities as well, because they don't have the chance to go to class, etc., etc. So I hope I have helped you understand that in-person classes are better than online classes, because in-person classes make it easier to retain information. They provide urgency, and they're also more personalized than online classes. Next slide, please. So would you rather learn and enjoy the sense of a community, or obtain credits in a lonely setting where you barely learn anything? Like, there's a guy. Thank you.